Okay. And what is it exactly that you're having a hard time with?
Well, last year I had 125.
Yeah, but you were building Yankee Stadium.
But I'm supposed to build something else this year.
Right. Okay.
So we've had layoffs. Mm-hmm. So our revenues are down about 40%. Our payroll is down 40%. We tried to save the jobs using a shared work program with New York State, where all the employees gave up 1 day and they got 1 day's unemployment benefit. So they shared it. They all got paychecks then for 4 days a week. They saved on commuting for 1 day a week. Mm-hmm. So they could still pay their bills, fund their 401ks, pay their rent. But the next job didn't really come around yet, so we finally had to lay them off. So that's troubling to me because we tried very hard, at an expense to us, to keep people. You know, when you don't have the next piece of ductwork to hang, the guy, you know, takes his time, which is understandable. Right. So we did that as long as we could.
Is anybody here, because again, I'm a small business owner. I just finished building my offices here in New York. We started last November. Because of unions, it took us that long to get everything done. Is anybody here concerned about card check?
Card check, absolutely.
What is your fear on card check?
Well, there's absolutely no way I could keep the doors open if they were to unionize our place. There's just no way. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
Yes, go ahead.
I mean, my company, we have about 375 employees, and the majority of them are part-time, hourly type employees. And when you think about the possibility of, you know, all of a sudden somebody comes in one day and puts 50% plus one cards on your desk, and you've got 100 days or 120 days to sign a union contract. And then if you don't get it done, you go to binding arbitration, and now, you know, the Labor Department's going to tell you how much to pay a dishwasher.
Are you saying maybe the government isn't an honest broker, an honest mediator? So let me ask you this. What are the things that you see the government doing right now that you say, that you scream at the television and say, good God, don't they understand what? What is the thing that, yes?
Healthcare. Like you, I pay 100% for my employees. There's 8 of them who are part of my staff, and they don't pay any part of the premium whatsoever. It costs me right now $115,000 a year for those 8 staff members. The 8% penalty tax on their payroll would be $65,000. So it would save me $45,000, $50,000. I don't want to save that money at the expense of giving them universal government-controlled health care. Right. But if they're taxing me another 10 or 15% because I'm the evil subchapter S, they're going to tax me into negative cash flow. I pay the taxes on the profits when they're recognized, not when I collect the money, which could be 6 or 7 months after I've paid Uncle Sam. So they're going to force me to make a tough choice. Where am I going to get the money to pay the extra taxes? At the expense of putting my, I don't want to do that. And that's very, I yell about that. I want my employees to keep what they have, their doctors, the tests they want when the doctor says to get them. Not if the government says you might need the test or you might not need the test.
America, I want you to, you know, the average person makes $45,000 a year. Our average congressman makes $173,000 a year, and they have great health care. They have great perks. In fact, I don't know if you heard this, but they just bought 3 new Gulfstreams G550s, which, of course, businesses like General Motors, they shouldn't have that. Citibank, they shouldn't have that. But now that we own General Motors and Citibank, Congress needs 3 Gulfstreams, 3 G550s. What I think most Americans don't understand is that the people in this room are the people that create the jobs. It's not the people that have screwed it up like General Motors or Citibank or anything like that. The average person in this country is employed by people like this, and they were all people that had dreams. America, what you need to do for just the remaining time that we have is listen to these people. I don't know about you, but I have never worked for a poor guy. I've never worked for somebody who made $20,000 a year. He's never offered me a job. Why? Because he doesn't have the money. I only work for people who have dreams and people who have some money where they say, hey, come on in, we're going to struggle together, and then we're going to grow rich together. We're going to, you know, you can work with me, and then you'll have an idea, and then you can grow rich. I've never worked for a guy that didn't have money. These people in this room actually have some frustrations and some answers that you need to help them actually get answers for or movement on in Washington, because it ain't going to be the unions that save the country. It's going to be people like you and people like these people here in the studio. Back in a second.
Serious issues demand serious reporting. The Wall Street Journal